Welcome to Outside the Theater here in Hendersonville. We've got a great segment coming up. This is Diane Hight, and she has this terrific organization. You may remember, she was with us a few months ago when we had Snowmageddon all over the country. Her organization, Forever Young Vets, is just exceptional. And Diane, I said then, because we were remote, that I was so impressed with what you did, I would give you a hug, so I owe you one. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. Thanks for what you do for our veterans.
Thank you.
Just reminding all of us that we owe them everything for our freedom. And is that what kind of motivated you to get into this?
Well, my father came back from the war an alcoholic. And I kind of go by that quote, take your mess and make it your message.
Yeah.
And so I took my mess of living with an alcoholic who really suffered from PTSD, but we did not know that.
No one talked about that.
No, not then. And so I just wanted to bring some joy to his comrades. That's why I started it. I just thought, I just wanted to give back to them and I wanted to do it in his memory.
My wife and I, every year while we were in the governor's mansion, we would do a big event on Memorial Day. After the service at the cemetery, we would invite all the veterans to the governor's mansion and we'd have a big hot dog day. Very special, great memories from that. I was in Normandy, and I'll never forget because this beautiful beach that is there now, and I'm wondering, do the people who fought there, do they feel that somehow it's sacrilege that people would go and enjoy it like a beach? And I asked one of the old veterans who was there, a Frenchman, and he said, oh no, because we gave all that we gave on this beach so one day people could live it in freedom. And it was the most powerful thing I think I ever heard from someone who had seen that beach splattered with the blood of young men who recognized that it wasn't supposed to be kept like that. So it's okay to have picnics and be with families as long as we don't forget what our veterans did for us.
Exactly. I had the same experience.
Yeah.
And one of the vets told me the same thing. He goes, you know, when I'm walking around and I see children laughing and playing, or families walking down the street, or a baseball game, he said, I feel so much joy in my heart because I had a part of that freedom. And so it gives me chills even talking about it, because he said, you know, freedom is life and joy.
Yeah.
And they were able to give that to us, and they're proud of it.
So Dinah, I think we ought to go feed some veterans. And you know, a couple of weeks ago we had a wonderful, I'm going to call him a chef, because when you cook meat like he does, he's a chef. Robbie Schultz from down in East Texas. He's going to come over and man the grill. Robbie, come on in here, man.
I got this.
You
brother.
know what you're doing here.
I do. Yes, sir.
We're going to let you
Thanks
have
for
at it.
having me back.
Love to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Diane, let's go feed the veterans. Well, I want to thank you guys for being here, and very excited to be able to chat with you about some pretty remarkable stories. Jim Brown, you served in Korea. I don't think most people know how cold it was in Korea. You guys nearly froze to death, didn't you?
The temperature ranged from about 30 degrees below zero
Below zero.
to 45 to 50 below zero.
There was supposed to be food dropped to you guys, or bombs, actually, munitions and ammunition dropped.
Ammunition supply.
And so what happened, and it wasn't ammunition that ended up getting dropped.
Well, Diane's husband's in the Air Force, so
You got to be careful.
Got to be careful, right? You know that the Air Force never makes a mistake. And we were so proud of that.
You Marines, though, by gosh, you don't make one, do you?
Oh, no, not at all. But I think it was the 7th of December, just north of Coda Reed. We were waiting, it's a sunny morning and only about 30 degrees below zero. And we were waiting for our airdrops. On this particular day, when we opened the nets All we had in them was Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Rolls. You were expecting bullets, you get Tootsie Rolls. Why Tootsie Rolls?
Because the code name for 60mm mortars was Tootsie Roll. In just a few minutes, you know, we were hungry. We hadn't had a meal in 2 days then. We found out that we could eat them, and we keep them in our uniform or next to our body, and that was all we had to eat.
Because they got warm enough next to your body, soft enough you could actually eat them.
And I would like to give you from
Jim,
the Tucson Feed.
thank you. So when somebody tells me to eat a bullet, I'm going to say I'm going to do it. I eat a whole bag of bullets. Tootsie Rolls. You know, the great thing is, what was intended to be, what was a big mistake turned out to save the lives of you and your fellow Marines.
True.
Luke McLaren, you were in World War II and flew over 20 combat missions. You didn't get credit for all of them, though. How come?
I did not. Well, we had engine problems on 3 times that we were going up and never got to the target. And then the last time, we just never got to the target.
Were you scared to death when you went up in those?
Yes, sir.
When I think about the people that did what you did, I'm reminded, you guys saved the world. You honestly saved the world.
I understand that I'm history. that I understand. The rest of it, if the United States hadn't done what it did, if the 18 million of us didn't do what we did, with the entire nation behind us, it would not have worked.
Well, I'm glad it did for all of our sakes. K.T. Robbins, also in World War II, went in with the Normandy invasion, and you ended up in a French village for an extended period of time.
About 3 months, I think.
You met a young lady there.
I did.
You got a little sweet on her, and she got a little sweet on you.
Yeah.
And then you got shipped home.
I got shipped home.
KT, she waited 5 years for you to come back and get her.
She did. 5 years.
But you did go back.
Forever Young is a great organization. She took us back over there. Took us back to where we went.
Wow.
And did a great job. When we got back over there, of course, all the people were there, and they had the news people there. And man, 8 million people seen her that night. And they seen the love story that night. and all over the United States everywhere. It's a great love story.
It's a great reminder that love in any language. You didn't speak French.
No.
So how did you communicate? I'm putting you on the spot, KT.
We just made out.
That translates in every language, doesn't it? I think you're kind of a scoundrel. I really do. Well, I want to say thanks to Diane Hight for this wonderful organization, Forever Young Vets. And I hope I can say this on behalf of every other American who values our great country. Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you.